Hey everyone, welcome to this this new endeavor we're trying to get down here. I apologize for the delay again. We at least got here sooner than
We
the
have a
last
much
time,
shorter delay this
but
time.
yeah, pretty soon we'll be on time. Like that is our promise to you, is that eventually we will be on time with this thing. But yeah, here we are. And we have a huge show for you guys today. I'm gonna put up if I can find them again, put up the comments so everybody can see them on screen. I don't know where I found that last time.
It should be up in the. It's like a little toggle, I think.
Yeah, it says comments, but here let me see.
There we go.
I can see them, but can you guys? Oh, there we go.
Okay, there we go. Now hey, we're figuring it out.
Are they big enough? Can everybody see them okay? I don't want to cover Alex's face.
It's all right.
So.
it's opaque. They can see.
Okay, so where should we start? I mean, we have so much to talk about, but we got Trump family grift, which is real fun. Should we start there, or you want to start with the socialist wins?
Let's start with some of the darkness, and then we'll take it into the light.
Okay. So I don't know if everybody watching has heard. I know Alex have heard about this, but Trump's family is just cleaning up. Like they are making so much freaking money off of this presidency and his second term. I mean, we know he made money off the first term, but this is like on another level. And, somebody the other day was saying, oh, Nancy Pelosi, this, I'm like, Nancy Pelosi is like using training wheels. Okay.
Yeah, she wishes she can get this level of grift.
Like she is an amateur at the grift and the insider trading and all compared to the shit that Donald Trump is doing. I don't want to hear another freaking word from MAGA ever again about Hunter Biden. Like,
is that a problem?
And I even said, like, I had a problem with it. I completely disagree with him using his father's name like a credit card, getting deals because of him. I think it's all gross. I think it all should be banned. But this is on another level. This is like off the charts. So let me show you guys first what I'm talking about here. And this is just a small clip from CNN. If I can find it here, where I think it was Jake Tapper was explaining how they're profiting. And again, this is just a small clip because with CNN, you can't play more than a minute of their content or you get hit monetization wise. Like my whole show will be demonetized. So check this out.
Income for 2025 exceeded $2.2 billion. That is up from $622 million in 2024. Now, Trump's total crypto earnings alone totaled about $1.4 billion during his first year back in office. After Trump and co. sold them, they plunged from a high of $74.27 to their current value around $1.70. Then there's more of the deals that Trump struck to lend his name to random products and ventures, which lead to huge royalties and licensing fees, such as Trump watches generated $4.7 million in royalties. Don't forget the $208,000 related to a Bible First Lady Melania Trump. Also made $6 million from the sale of a non-fungible token, or NFT. It's a type of cryptocurrency.
Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable.
I mean, that's what Donald Trump has been doing his entire career, slapping his name on something that somebody else made. Hey, I made steaks. I made a university. I made a building. Can we put your last name on it? Rather, can we put your father's last name on it? Because he was the one who actually built the company. And that's what he's been doing. And so now he's just doing it on a macro scale and using our money.
But I think the crypto is the real key here.
Oh,
Because
yes.
when MAGA hears that, when they hear, "Oh, well, this is just something he's always done, and he's been a businessman his whole life, so you can't expect for him to give that up." Yes, that's true. That is something he's always done. He has always made money that way. The difference is how he scammed his own people with those crypto coins.
Yeah.
Literally worthless, like as real as the air around me that you
Yeah.
can touch. Like there is no inherent value. And that was just enormous. Like that was the bulk of it. Of that 2.2 billion that he made, it was like 1.6 billion was the
Yeah.
crypto grift.
Yeah. The crypto it's I heard of it, years and years ago, like 15 years ago. And it was in the context of like some friends of mine trying to get substances from overseas, and the
Mhm.
only way to do that on the dark web to pay for it, because you wouldn't want to connect your bank account to
Right.
any shady dark web website, is to use a crypto coin. That's the purpose of it. Nobody even knows the person's name who created
Yeah.
Bitcoin
Well,
in the first
Donald
place.
Trump said that.
Yeah.
Donald Trump is on video saying, "Oh, I think this crypto stuff is all a scam. I think it's just for like drug dealers and people trying
And
to funnel money and not get caught."
a
And
stopped
then
clock is
somebody
right twice a day.
obviously, yeah, and somebody obviously went to him and said, "Hey, look, you could just make a killing. You could make a
Yeah.
fortune off of this shit." And as soon as they said that, he was like, "Oh, okay, I'm in."
Oh, say less. I'm in.
Yeah,
Let's go.
yeah.
Yeah.
And here, I want to show you, this is another segment about the Trump sons in particular. And this is going to be key to the next video I want to show you of Donald Trump being confronted about all of this,
Mhm.
because they are in charge of a lot of this. The Trump
Yeah.
sons are in charge of this. So check this out.
Course, have become linked to investments in at least 10 defense firms that have drawn some $3.7 billion in federal funding since President Trump returned to the White House. The same companies received about $1 billion less, during a similar time span at the end of the Biden administration.
That's
So
insane.
they're setting this shit up. They're doing it in a, World Liberty Financial is the company that they basically control. And that was one of the makers and backers of this, one of the shit coins that
Yeah.
Donald Trump pushed on his followers.
It's just a grift. I mean, again, like I said, finding out about crypto years ago, this is literally just digital money for drug dealers, period,
Mhm.
or illicit goods on the internet. He was right. I have a friend who works in the crypto industry, and he, I say, "Hey, do you have any of your savings in a coin?" He's like, "Never." Never. He puts whatever money he
Wow.
makes sure that any
Wow.
contract he signs is not like, "We're gonna pay you in this coin," or blah blah blah. He's like, "Nope, pay me money,
Oh
pay
my
me real
God.
money, and let me save it," because he knows.
Yeah.
He knows. They all know that it's a grift, but that they can convince lawmakers to legitimize it. Then it's an infinite money glitch.
Yeah. And the meme coins, I think, are even worse. Those are literally like nothing. It
Yeah.
is literally not. It's like a coin with Donald Trump's face on it or
Mhm.
Melania on it, and it's like it has no inherent value to anyone other than MAGA.
Yeah.
So I mean, you see how well the DJT stock is doing.
Yeah.
Which actually I haven't looked that up. Let me check on that today. Oh, it's bounced back a little bit. It's still in the single digits, but it's 854 right now.
Oh, okay.
It hit
Looking up.
another new low though. The other day, it got into the sixes.
Oh,
It was
wow.
$6.96.
Wow. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
yeah, it is nothing. It is like you said, the Dogecoin, the reason that
Mhm.
government agency that was named after a meme.
Yeah.
They named a government agency after a meme,
coin.
and
Yeah.
it killed millions of people across the world. Like
Yeah.
it's terrifying. It's hilarious, but it's terrifying in its effectiveness. It's dark. It's dark, and they all need to look. Yes, Hunter Biden did wrong too. He can share a cell with Eric and Don Jr. You know, I'm sure he'll get out earlier because it was not as criminal as them.
Oh God,
DJT can share a cell with
in the
Pelosi.
same realm. Yeah, I want to show. I don't know if you saw this clip, but I want to show the audience. If anybody has not seen this, here's Donald Trump being asked about it, and check out who's in the background of this video.
Your financial disclosure shows you had a very lucrative year last year. What message does this send to average Americans, especially those
I don't get involved in my personal. We have funds that run my money.
But you are benefiting.
Well, I've made a lot of money before I became president, and they invest my money. And
critics say you're profiting off the president.
Well, you know why I'm profiting? Because the stock market's going up. Everybody's profiting. If you have a 401k, how's your 401k done? It's about up 85%. Thank you, President Trump. So we're all profiting. I'm profiting because I have a lot of money and a lot.
Yeah, we're all profiting, aren't we, Alex? We're all profiting.
Not everybody has a 401k. Not everyone has investments in the stock market. And it is hilarious that Don and Eric are standing right behind him, just like looking at the money that they're making, going, "Oh my God, can you believe this?" It's like Succession. Did you watch Succession?
It's like he's literally saying, "I don't talk to the people who are in charge of my blind trust," and they're standing right behind him.
Yeah,
Don and
I don't
Eric
talk to my children.
In charge. Well, and you know where that video was taken?
Where?
They had just flown together to talk to some world leaders. Why is he taking his two sons who are in charge of his blind trust on a trip to talk to other world leaders? And even Don Jr.'s wife was there.
Yeah.
His new wife. Bettina was there with him,
that's
flying
hilarious.
on this Qatari jet, which is another grift, another form of corruption, that he took this $400 million jet from the Qataris.
Folks,
it's just grift on top of grift, on top of corruption, on top of scam, on top of scheme. It's like a 10-layer cake. It's like, those 8-layer dips.
Yeah, it really is, because we're talking about like the most obvious, which is the crypto stuff, but it is like that's the top layer of working your way all the way down to the base layer, which is a president's not supposed to be able to like make money as the president, to profit off of his position as president, and that's like gone out the window even back in like the Bush days. Like Halliburton making all the money off the Iraq war. Like we've already accepted this level of corruption. Bribes are not even considered bribes anymore because they legalized it. The mob is in charge. They got all the positions, and it's time for us to sweep them out.
Yeah.
And
now the good news is the voters are hearing about this shit, and not just liberal voters. So I don't know if you saw this, but MS Now went out and they went to a gas station and they interviewed Trump voters specific. Well, I'm sure they interviewed other people, but they recorded and shared Trump voter feedback. So these are all people who just voted for him in 2024.
It's very frustrating to actually hear that. And like I said, I don't do the politics and stuff, but to hear that come from another American that, is not getting $2 million put in their pocket. $2 billion, $2 trillion, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money, and that would help out a lot of people around here. A lot of homeless people. You could open shelters. You could really help somebody out with that.
Somebody's making money on the side. It's not me. That's all I got to say.
Is it frustrating?
It's frustrating that you see your president getting richer and richer and the middle class is getting poor. And that's about it.
Life in America right now, the economy's tough. People are struggling, and hopefully it'll change.
He definitely made lots of promises, and he made them seem like they were going to come a lot quicker, faster than they actually were to ever come or ever will come. Like 90% of all the elections in the past, the candidates, they promise the moon and fall short at the end of the day. But I mean, I don't think it was the Donald Trump that we saw in 2016, and I don't think that he can make up for it in what's left of his current term.
He says, I don't think he can make up for it.
Yeah.
Or he can, or he says, I think he can still.
No, he said, I don't think he can make up for it in what's left of his term. But, first of all, that last guy is kind of missing the point. Like he's not keeping his promises. Like, dude, he made $2.2 billion in the last 18 months.
Yeah.
Do you understand? You get that that's like corruption on a scale that we've never seen before. But on top of that, it's like to keep saying this is not the same Donald Trump. No, it freaking is.
Yeah.
He didn't do it to this extent because he had legitimate people around him in the first administration. But yes, he did make a shit ton of money off of his first term.
Yeah. He's a shark. He's like a great white shark. All it does is eat and go forward. That's all he's doing. It's all. I don't know why anyone ever thought, oh, he has like political acumen and nuanced takes here and there. Like, no, he's just been doing the same thing for his entire life.
Yeah.
And I will shout out some of the chat. Just, hey, we're here. We're every Friday, noon Pacific time, Eastern, 3 Eastern.
3 p.m.,
we are doing Aunt Flo Fridays. That's the name of the show, where Gina and I talk about the news of the week. I've got my American flag because it's Independence Day tomorrow. Shout out Warhite. We're doing the news. Etch, Pinkerbell, everyone. What's going on? Yes, I got and yes, I did get a haircut because it was too hot. It's too hot here in New York. I tried to maintain it and just get a beard trim, but when I saw the razor, I was like, please just do it. Just free me from the heat. On Wednesday, I talked to Danielle Welch. Danielle Welch ran against Tom Suozzi here in New York. Mm-hmm. Tom Suozzi being one of the Democrats who signed that promise to America, promising to be centrist and maintain the status quo and do whatever Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi want the Democrats to do. And she talked about how she's jumped into the race a week before petitioning to get on the ballot started and had no infrastructure, no connections, looked around her neighborhood, realized no one has run against Suozzi in years and said, if no one else is going to do it, I'm going to do it. So she ran and she talked to all kinds of voters, Trump voters, people who don't vote, people who vote Democrat, and said, what do you need? That was the question. What do you need? Are you happy with the way the government's running? Like NBC went out here and interviewed these voters and realized, I asked her why did she reach out to DSA or whatnot because you're in New York, and her district is Long Island. Mostly some Queens because district are drawn ridiculously. And she said, I didn't because the word socialist isn't really good in the Long Island area yet in that particular area. But it doesn't matter. The ideas resonate because if you do a poll, there's been a poll. She pointed one out where if you just tell someone a policy and don't caveat of if it's left or right, socialist policy is the most popular policy in the country.
Yeah, so, I actually have a clip that goes with that perfectly that I can show you. This was CNN, and this wasn't their own poll, but they're showing like, oh yeah, democratic socialism not popular. Yes, when you frame it in this scary term and people don't understand what it is, it's not popular. So let me show this real quick, and then you can go back to your story.
Take a look here. Net favorable rating of Democrat Socialists. If you look at Democrats nationwide, look at this. Democrat Socialists are on the positive side of the ledger at plus 17 points. This includes Democratic-leaning independents. But look at all voters. A completely different world. 27 points underwater Democratic Socialists of America are in the net favorable rating. Among Democrats, socialism has become more popular over the last decade and a half. But what about the rest of the electorate? And this, I think, gives the game away right here. Okay, positive view of socialism. Among Democrats, look at this. Up considerably from where we were in 2010, 50% to now 66% now. That's a jump of 16 points in a decade and a half. But look at all others. The number is the same. It was 29% back in 2010. It's 30% now.
So, yeah, I mean, overall, if you just, like you said, if you just ask people, oh, democratic socialism or social, if they hear the word socialism, it's scary.
Yeah,
but
because the government's done a good job over the decades of trying to make that word have a lot of negative connotation, like communism. And I think it's been long enough that my generation, younger generations, aren't frightened of that word, because it hasn't been in popular culture and hammered into us that that's scary. You know, again, like
look at what we're dealing with. Look at what we just covered over the last 20 minutes about the Donald Trump family grift.
Yeah,
they are capitalists through and through. The reason they're able to enrich themselves and be making $2.2 billion in the first 18 months of his administration is because of capitalism.
Right.
So that wouldn't exist. This wouldn't be happening in our government if we didn't have this capitalist, purely 100% capitalist system. And to that point, check this out. I definitely want to get this video in of Don Jr., because this just shows exactly how they're pitching themselves to world leaders and investors around the world, and making hand over fist.
Why we have plenty of investors here in the room watching? Why an investor should join you or partner with 1789?
We understand what the administration wants to do because we help craft some of that messaging, so we can be on the outside but still have that understanding of what they plan to do, and that's logical. When you look at what's going on, I mean, one of the first stops was right here. $2 trillion in foreign direct investment, eight since the start of the administration.
So he admits it. He's like, we're helping my company, that whatever the name was, I forget the digits, but my company is helping to craft the message within my father's administration. This is why you should invest your money with me.
It's so disgusting.
And the funny thing is, so Fox News was trying to defend this in any way they could. Like, I'm shocked actually that they played that clip that I just played for you of Donald Trump trying to, wave away his corruption. And they're trying to spin it as a good thing. I'm not joking. So let me play this one for you because it's almost unbelievable.
Isn't about his blind trust. He said, look, you made money in crypto. He's like, I have nothing to do with that. That's what happens when presidents go into office, right? They put their money elsewhere.
So I don't know enough about the details. He put out a disclosure yesterday. It was eye-opening for a lot of people that you can make that kind of money. Maybe it is in crypto, maybe it's not, but it does feel a little bit like, wait, what is going on? And the White House they have a good point. They're like, well, everybody's making money, everybody's better. But if they think that this issue is not permeating across the country with people going, wait, what? They're not exactly on the most solid ground here. He did a decent job of trying to get the ball down the field a little bit and to deflect, but there's no doubt about that. But it's also the other questions of like, but then your children are involved in this. And if you remember, we spent a lot of time talking about Hunter Biden. Maybe his mistake was only asking for $10 million from Ukraine. Because maybe he wasn't smart enough to figure everything else. Now, these people are businessmen, and they know what they're doing, and they're looking at their big plans, and they're not afraid to take a risk. And if you take a risk, that's how you can make a little bit of money. But you also have to have someone to help maybe open a door, and that's what's happening.
Oh, my God. You can make a little bit of money, Alex, like $2.2 billion. A little. Just a little nugget, something to tide you over till next year. 2.2 billion. Are you freaking kidding me? It was like, well, they're business people. They make money. This
whatever
is what
they can do.
They take risks.
Whatever they can do.
She has to be so exhausted after that clip with all that tap dancing, because I have never seen someone for spin and tap dance and the pretzel logic,
Oh my God.
seriously, it's such a fucking joke.
It is
Oh
a
my
joke.
God.
And it's, I mean, they don't even care. Like they're tired. They're not even putting any effort into trying to explain. They're just like, they're talking to their audience directly.
Yeah.
Calm down. Don't worry about it. If you hear people around you saying that Trump's getting rich off of it, no, he's not. Everything's according to plan. Don't worry about it. Again, their voters aren't buying it anymore. Whoever's still tuning into Fox isn't buying it unless they're doing well themselves, and then they're not worried. Okay, so gas is up $1 or $2. I don't care. I'm a millionaire. But anyone else who's struggling,
Average
they're
Americans,
looking elsewhere.
No. And that's the thing. You can get away with this kind of shit if everybody else is doing okay.
Right.
And that kind of makes the point that I've made before about socialism, is that, or not even socialism, but even just immigrants coming into this country. If everybody in our country was taken care of, if everybody had health care, if everybody had what we need to survive and thrive, nobody would care about immigrants. And it would take away the argument from the right. It would take away the MAGA argument of, oh, all immigrants are bad and we have to just, nobody of any other color or background can be in our country. We need to keep everybody out. It would remove that argument, because Americans would be like, I'm fine. Like, they're not taking anything from me,
right.
But when you have people who are struggling, of course, it makes immigrants, it makes people of color, it makes the other a perfect villain for the right to use, for MAGA to use, and Fear News Network to target. So this is the issue. I want to play one last clip on this, and then I'll go to your clips. This is James Comer. This is Republican James Comer, who did nothing but investigate Hunter Biden. Okay.
Oh, I remember.
Here's his take. Here's what he had to say about Donald Trump making $2.2 billion off of his presidency in the last 18 months.
First of all, the difference in Trump and Biden is Trump's putting him on his disclosure form. So he's being transparent about the great amount of wealth that he's accumulated over the past 12 months, whereas the Biden family were not transparent and to this day have not admitted what I believe you and I have talked about before. They were taking money from other countries. Now, do I like what President Trump's doing? I mean, that's obviously another discussion. But at the end of the day, what he's done is he's filled out his disclosure form, and I don't think he's left anything out.
So, it's just all about the paperwork.
Yeah, that's all.
If Biden had completed the proper paperwork
and they wouldn't have complained at all,
himself and Hunter, then James Comer would have been totally fine with it. The Republicans would have been, well, he filled out the proper paperwork.
They would have nothing bad to say about Obama if he didn't wear that tan suit. It was that one tan suit that did it.
That was it. And mustard on his hamburger.
Oh,
you can't forget about that, Alex. And
it was great. Poupon mustard is so fancy and elitist.
Right. Yeah, he's so fancy.
It's just absurd.
Yeah.
It's just absurd. I mean, you know what? If you want to go into my clips, the clip that says Trump loves scamming, that's related to this, and he's giving the game away. He literally just says it. Like, insider trading, we love insider trading.
Okay, let me get this one up here. Oh, yeah, I remember seeing this one online. Okay, so
there's so many folks in chat. Love to see it. Captain Spock, Ben J. Touch, Kiki Star, hello. Big Jerry. Pinkerbell, of course. Gupta. Meng Lang, who sent you 20, says, wait, hey, I made my first live in 5 years. Thanks for all you do, Gina.
Ah, thank you. Why is this not showing?
Ghost Dog.
Let me see.
There we go.
Okay, I don't know why it's not showing.
Are you capturing the window?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have it set up for the full window. Yeah, it says StreamYard is sharing a window and audio.
Well, we'll figure it out.
Okay.
Try deleting the source and starting again.
Okay. Let's see.
I wish I could share.
Let me try sharing my entire screen, see if that...
Yeah, that could work.
Nope. Okay.
Yeah, what if I put the link in the chat and then you go from that link?
Yeah, I used your link. That's
okay.
Weird. Nope, it's still not showing.
Well, let me see. All right, do you see the thing that I just shared down in the backstage?
No.
No?
Mm-mm. You're talking about in the private chat?
Yeah. Well, down where you can see my face to like pop up on the screen. I shared a screen.
Nope.
No? All right.
Mm-mm. Okay. I don't know what's going on.
We'll figure it out.
Oh, wait, we got
Folks, this has
thank
left
you
us
so much. We got a oh my God.
Super chat?
Yeah, super chat. Thank you. It's like, I'm like live.
I got
no.
you back.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. I don't know what the hell happened. Why I can't share my screen now. This is weird. Let me try moving it to my other screen. See it.
Yeah, you can select share window too.
Yeah, I tried that first.
Okay.
Let me try it on the other monitor because I have two monitors. Let me see.
Wow, we have 106 viewers. Hello, viewers.
Yeah, it's not working over there either.
Oh, dang.
Shoot. Okay. I don't understand what's going on.
All right, let me see. Maybe
I'll have to reach out to StreamYard, find out what's going on here.
Share. So I put one down in the backstage.
So you can't load.
But I can't pop it up because I'm not like in control of the stream.
Let me see.
I think you'd have to pop it up.
Can I make you a host?
Maybe. I don't know.
How do I do that?
We're gonna find out.
I don't see. Okay. We'll have to figure that out, guys, for the next time. But
well, try one of the other links. Is nothing sharing?
yeah, my entire screen is not sharing. It just comes up black.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. This sucks. Okay. All right. Well, the clip that you were going to show, I have seen. And Donald Trump, basically, just to let everybody in the audience know, Donald Trump is saying, oh, my kids, they can't do anything. They can't even announce that they're like buying a truck or they get hammered, and people are talking about how they're grifting and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, no, that is not at all the same thing. It's like, you can go buy a truck. You can go buy a vehicle. Nobody's going to slam you. But yeah, when you are literally grifting, using your position of power, and your children are getting contracts, they're investing in companies, and then like the next week, the government hands that same company a multi-billion-dollar contract. That is the definition,
Yeah.
dictionary definition of grift. So,
And even some of his staunchest fans are not happy about it.
yeah.
I have a clip of Nick Fuentes. Now it's 4 minutes, and I'm not going to make you guys suffer it looking at his face or hearing his voice. So thankfully, the tech issues we're having are preventing you from seeing Nick Fuentes, or else I'm threatening you next time you're going to see Nick Fuentes' face. But the quote is, the only important quote is him saying Trump made $1 billion plus in 1 year of scamming his voters and selling crypto to foreign countries, which then he was regulating. And no matter how much he betrays MAGA or breaks his promises, it seems that has no impact on their support. This is Nick Fuentes, who is an avowed Nazi, had dinner with Trump and Kanye West. What was it, 2020, 2021?
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. And I don't know what his angle is, other than like he just wants to make money. He doesn't care if MAGA wins elections or like is in power. His thing is the same as like Breitbart and Steve Bannon. They're just like, whatever we can, it's the outrage that fuels us. So long as there's people who are angry enough to give us money for telling them that their feelings, their bigoted feelings, are correct feelings to have, we don't care whether you ever win an election again. And it's interesting that he says he betrays MAGA. And it's like, but Donald Trump is MAGA. He created MAGA. It's his entire movement. I don't think there is a MAGA without him, but we will see, because they're going to try and make it one. JD Vance is going to run, and Tucker says he's not a Republican anymore. Then what are you, Tucker?
Yeah. Yeah, no. Well, did you hear the news that he and Marjorie Taylor Greene are now talking about starting a third party?
Do it.
Yeah, that just came out in the last day or two. Marjorie Taylor Greene was on some show, and I heard about this on Breaking Points. They played a clip, and Marjorie Taylor Greene said that she is in very serious talks with people about potentially starting a third party platform, and that she understands it's a big undertaking, that it's going to take a while, so it might not be ready, might not be something, for 2028, but they're seriously discussing it. So,
wow, that's really funny.
Yeah. I mean, unless we can enact ranked choice voting, it's just not, a third party is just never going to make it.
And we should have ranked choice voting, and we should have more than two parties for sure. Yeah. I've never been opposed to a third party. I'm opposed to a third party that only runs on presidential election cycles. Because that's all they ever do. The Green Party, the Libertarian Party, they just want to do that so that they can run an Andrew Yang, who then goes and makes a bunch of money selling like a telephone service to TYT, and trying to run for mayor so he can sell a book. Like that is his grift, and that is the grift of most third parties in this country, except for Democratic Socialists of America running in the Democratic Party primaries and winning and winning. I love it.
Which is a great segue to our DSA segment.
Oh yes.
Let's talk about the results this week. So we had multiple wins, not just in New York, but also in Colorado, which I saw that one coming with Michael Bennett, from a mile away, because last weekend over on the Bulwark, they do a Saturday, they do the what do you call it? They do their
like a
focus
round
group.
table?
No, they have a focus group podcast that's hosted by Sarah Longwell. And she does multiple focus groups every week. But this last weekend, it was specifically about Colorado. And you could tell from the voters in these groups that they were like, yeah, Bennett, he's just like, he seems like a nice guy, but he's been in there too long.
Yeah.
He just, what is he really doing? He's not really fighting. You don't hear from him. He's not fighting Trump or this administration. The other ones you could tell, like Hickenlooper, people still had a lot of affinity for him, and I could tell that one was very iffy. But yeah, Bennett is out. The more progressive candidate won. There was another one.
There was
in Colorado.
and Kiros. Kiros was the big win there.
Yeah, no,
DSA
she's not. As I understand it, she's not fully progressive. She's not DSA, but
and I think she was endorsed by DSA, or at least she was endorsed by his son. That's what I know. And Hickenlooper, I was watching a piece. David Sirota from The Lever was talking about, because he lives in Colorado, and he was saying that Hickenlooper was vulnerable, but and he didn't win in a landslide.
Yeah, it was close.
Exactly.
It ended up being around 6 points.
And if that challenger had gotten even just a little bit, the same thing I was talking about with my guest Danielle Welch over on this space and my channel. You can check out the full interview on my channel as well, Devil's Advocate Productions. She was saying, again, she had no kind of push from any kind of Democratic structure or group or anything like that. It was just her and the people that she could talk to convince to organize for her, and they took a chunk out of Tom Suozzi's win. So, Sirota was saying that Hickenlooper was lucky that there was no motion on that challenger, because he would have lost.
Yeah. So I want to play a clip that I was able to capture that you sent me from Jennifer Welch explaining why these DSA candidates are now cleaning up.
Your twin sister?
That? Yeah, my twin from New York. Okay, here we go.
Happened in New York last night are the citizens standing up against corporations, against fascism, against MAGA, against corporate Democrats, against establishment Democrats. And this is hopefully going to sweep the entire country. And people go, oh my God, they're so radical. They're really not. Not wanting to kill kids, not wanting to fund a country that intentionally targets children is not radical in the least. It is radical, homicidal, and genocidal to kill kids, and then to call the people who oppose that anti-Semitic assholes. This is the biggest bunch of gaslighting, quackery, fuckery on the planet, and good on Zoran for standing up and believing in something and calling these corporate PACs out for being the monsters that they are. And shame on every Democratic politician that takes money from the same fascists that are funding the dismantling of the United States of America, and who willfully smile and fund the intentional targeting of kids.
Yep.
Yeah.
Could not agree with her more. My sister from another mother.
Sister from another mister.
Yep. Yeah. Absolutely love her.
Great. Fantastically put.
Yeah.
Fantastically
and
put.
and here's the thing, like we were talking about earlier, socialism is such a scary word. First of all, as I said last week, democratic socialism is completely different than socialism. Not completely, but it is different in very, very substantial, very important ways. Whereas, the employees at the companies aren't going to take ownership positions, right? Unless the owner wants to give them an ownership position. That is one of the major ways that it differs. But people need to think about it and realize we didn't get into this situation through socialism.
Right.
Our country is falling apart right now because of capitalism. Yeah. Our country is in dire straits. We have pissed off Americans because of capitalism. We have a massive heat wave on your side of the country on the East Coast because of capitalism, because of these people who have taken control of our government and everybody running our government and paying them off to do their bidding and allowing climate change to just fester and grow to the point that everything is collapsing.
Yeah.
We don't have medical bankruptcies because of socialism. That's capitalism.
Yeah.
We don't have millions and millions, tens of millions of people in this country uninsured because of socialism. That's because of capitalism. So I'm fucking at the end of my rope with people blaming socialism for everything when it's like, we've never had socialism. So explain the situation that we're in right now. Explain why our country is such a fucking shit show, flaming shit show in front of someone's doorstep. If it's socialism,
they constantly, it's hilarious watching the right way. I mean, Fox News clips, right-wing politicians. I saw Newt Gingrich was the latest one I saw, literally describing socialism means that your bosses get richer while you get poorer. There's a permanent elite class that is ever shrinking, and the masses are getting poorer and poorer and can't afford food, can't afford gas, can't afford housing. It's the problems of everything they describe is what's happening right now under capitalism.
Yep.
Capitalism. There has been no socialism across the country. There's been, or across the world, there's been some countries implementing some socialist policies under still capitalist frameworks. Sweden, Norway, the Nordic countries, and they are all much happier on the happiness index internationally than we are over here. And I think we need some of that. I think we need a little taste of socialism. Whatever you want to call it. Again, don't even label it. Depending on who you're talking to. If
I
you're
don't
a candidate,
like labels.
I
don't
me neither.
like labeling anything, you know? It's like, even with religion, it's like, you want to go to church, great, but why do you have to label yourself? All that does is divide people.
You
know, there's things that people can agree upon, that everybody agrees are for the common good. When we label it, it just is dividing.
It divides people before you even get a chance to explain it to them. There was a caller into Majority Report called Kowalski, who lives in Nebraska, and he ran as a Republican, but he's, running with all the policies that we're talking about. He just needed to run as a Republican because he's in Nebraska. That's fine. And he got a non-insignificant part of that vote. And he's starting to organize and mobilize. It is not just in blue cities. It is all across this country. People want change.
It's just like these videos we see of Bernie when he goes, down to the South or, into Trump country, and he sits with people and talks with them and tells them exactly what he's looking to do. And they're like, oh, you're nothing like what the media has portrayed you as. I'm so shocked that I'm actually in agreement with you on so many of these things. I mean, it's mind-blowing how manipulated people have become, how brainwashed. And, Fear News Network is at the forefront of that. I don't know if I mentioned this last week when we were on, but I have a family member who I spoke with recently who watches nothing but Fox News. I think what happened was she watched it, back in the 90s when it was more liberal coded. When you had like Jillian and Steve and what's her face on there in the morning. And then it just, it slowly morphed after what's his face took over.
Ailes.
After Roger Ailes took over, he decided we're going to take this in a totally conservative direction.
Just keep pushing it.
And it was like the boiling frog. People kept watching it, not realizing that the content was changing. Now, I realized it and I stopped watching it after Jillian and the others were gone. I don't know why my volume's bouncing around again.
I don't know.
But anyway, this family member of mine, her husband was a police officer. And she basically bows down to the police. She prays at the altar of the police. And yet when we recently spoke, she was shocked to hear that I believe in Bernie Sanders and his, his views and what he wants to do with the country. And she was like, you do? And so I kind of explained a little bit to her that how democratic socialism is not the same as socialism exactly. And communism is like, night and day. And what I didn't think at the time to bring up to her, and which I plan on doing the next time I see or speak with her, is you love the police, right?
Right.
Like you are a huge supporter of the police. That's a socialist policy.
Yeah.
That is something that we all collectively pay into with our taxes. That's how they get paid.
Anything that gets paid into by taxes is a socialist policy.
Yeah.
Like taxes itself is a socialist policy.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't even know. I pulled that out of my ass. But you know what? I'll say it. I'll say it until I'm corrected.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, anything that our taxes are going to that are used for the collective good, freeways, the fire department, public schools, those are all democratic socialist programs. Yeah. They're not, the teachers don't own a part of the school. They don't make money off of it, but they are paid through our taxes. That is what democratic socialism means.
It means government.
We all put our money into one pool, and then those funds are used for things that everyone needs.
It's for a collective good.
Yeah.
It is for a collective good, a collective necessity. We all need the fire department. We all need hospitals. We all need schools. We all need roads. I believe we all need grocery stores, and we all need housing, and we all need health care. And those are things that I believe our taxes should pay for. Because why are we paying taxes other than to help us collectively? The reason we even have politicians that we elect you to go to DC and make these decisions for us, because we don't have time to go through everything, make laws ourselves, vote on every single law ourselves.
Yeah, well, it would be chaos with how many people we have.
That's why we delegate representatives to go to Congress for us, or to be the president, or to be, that's the point of representative democracy that we have, and we are trying to maintain and keep from falling into totalitarian fascism as we speak.
Yeah. I do want to play one other clip that you gave me from CBS, where I don't know if they were trying to fearmonger. I don't know if they were just, keeping it real and just giving the facts of what democratic socialists
Larry
want.
Ellison and Barry Weiss is CBS. They were trying to fearmonger.
True. Yeah, true. And I think it backfired spectacularly. So take a look.
Allies' primary wins Tuesday, New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani said a new path is being paved by democratic socialism. It's nothing new, but its more recent revival is often linked to Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders, who framed it this way when he first ran for president.
Democratic socialism means that we must reform a political system which is corrupt, that we must create an economy that works for all, not just the very wealthy.
They broadly support universal health care and greater housing affordability.
We have to have a more affordable city if people are going to stay here.
Less restrictive immigration controls.
I will lead the fight against ISIS cruelty.
More environmental protections. Reduced U.S. military budgets, and support ending military and economic aid to Israel.
Ooh.
Yeah. Again, every time they try to criticize democratic socialism, it comes off as, thank you for creating an ad for us.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's great. That's a great explainer. Thank you, CBS.
Yeah, it literally is like that should be the definition of "don't threaten me with a good time." Or like when you look at that phrase in the dictionary.
I mean, there was another clip I sent of De Blasio on Hannity. There was a couple of them, but one Hannity goes, "Are you going to let Bernie Sanders drag your party down and destroy your party?" And he said, De Blasio goes, "Bernie Sanders is the most popular politician in the country." What are you talking about? He's the most.
And
everyone loves him.
Number 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and I
mean,
love Zoran
when,
setting an example for the country.
yeah. And when do you ever see a politician take office and their approval rating go up?
Yeah.
It's very rare in today's day and age.
It almost
And yet
always goes
Zoran
down.
Mamdani's approval rating continues to go up and up and up.
Yeah, boy.
And,
baby.
yeah. And yet, so I want to show you this. I don't know if you caught this on Twitter, but there was a Republican city council member. Let me see if I put her name in my notes here.
Is it Vicky Palladino?
Yes, Vicky Palladino put out basically a veiled threat against one of the Democratic Socialists who just won.
Mm-hmm.
So here it is. I don't know if you guys can make it out, but it says there was a time in our history not too long ago when the CIA/FBI would have made sure unabashed revolutionaries like this were neutralized one way or another. In fact, that was basically the entire point of having them. So she is openly either calling for or at least praising the CIA and FBI for murdering people when the government doesn't approve of their views.
Yeah. She's praising them murdering Malcolm X and Martin Luther King and Fred Hampton and revolutionaries. She's also using an infographic because, they're stupid. And so here's the list of people. And here's their faces. FBI, Kash Patel. Even with your crossed eyes, you should be able to make out the faces of these people. Please go kill them. That's what she's saying. It is disgusting. It's been condemned by, the people who just won, as well as Mamdani.
You know who I didn't hear condemn it, though, is moderate Democrats.
Yeah.
I didn't hear anyone in the establishment come out and say, this is abhorrent. You should never basically tell the CIA and FBI to go target Americans who just because you don't agree with their political views. Democrats didn't say that. What when Charlie Kirk got killed,
I was just going to say,
and people were saying, "Oh, he was a horrible person, and I disagree with his views, and I'm not going to cry over him." Oh, moderate Democrats were up in arms. Oh, we can't do things like that. We can't say things like that is wrong, blah, blah, blah. They'll readily stand up for Republicans before they stand up for a progressive. It is sickening. Yeah. It is absolutely just.
Or even when Trump's assassination, the first Trump assassination attempt in Philadelphia, when or Pennsylvania, they all, we can't celebrate this. Shame on anyone. Political violence is bad no matter what. Yeah. This is after, by the way, that attacker went into Nancy Pelosi's house and attacked her husband, was looking for her.
Yeah.
And the establishment in this instance would rather pretend this doesn't exist and hope secretly it happens. And then after it happens, then they'd maybe condemn it.
That's the only takeaway we can have. Yeah. That is the only thing that we can take from their silence on this.
Yeah.
I mean, and imagine if the roles were reversed, as always. Imagine if this Republican was making that statement against moderate Democrats, against an establishment Democrat. They would lose their mind. They would put out a statement immediately. They would be calling for Mike Johnson and, not Mitch McConnell, who's in charge now, John Thune in the Senate. They would be saying,
McConnell? Is McConnell all right?
To rein your people in. This shouldn't be happening. But because it's against a DSA member, they're like totally silent.
I don't care.
Yeah.
They don't care. It's always a double standard. Now, speaking of McConnell, is he all right? Is he okay? Is he doing well?
Apparently, I mean, we all know about freeze frame, right? Freeze frame, he gets in front of the mic and he's like, but yeah, he was found unconscious in his house. They had to call 911 and I guess they kept it under wraps until recently.
I 100% think if he goes or Trump goes, we're not going to know about it until days later. They're going to try and weaken Ned Bernie's, any of these people, for as long as they can. Like, they were, all the stuff that they said about Biden, they were just mad because they knew this is what they would do if it was Trump.
Yeah.
Or if it was anybody. Is they're gonna pretend that all their senators and Congress people are alive. Remember the guy? There was a guy who just showed up after like weeks of being gone, and they were asking him. He said, "Oh yeah, a month."
I just did a show about it. Yeah,
He said
I've done
depression.
several segments about it. Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, this is a guy who, opposes universal health care, opposes paid family leave, opposes that we mandate federally that every employer has to give, paid time off for sick leave. But yet he just vanishes for 4 freaking months and goes, oh, well, I was depressed. And so I had to take time off for myself, which I'm not buying anyway, which I talked about yesterday, because he was doing stock trades while he was gone. He was he has on his FEC reports, he was reporting that he had taken an Amtrak train here in California during his time away when he's a New Jersey Congress member.
Oh my God.
Like, what were you doing in Northern California and San Francisco while you're gone for 4 months collecting our paychecks?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he was just on vacation, like Cancun cruise, just, I was depressed.
Yeah. The only reason I think it wasn't vacation was because his wife was not with him.
Well,
Because
I mean, that's especially a vacation for him.
That's true.
He's going to an Oasis concert.
That is true. It could have been. Yeah, but a reporter went to their house and confronted her, and she just like scurried inside real quick, and she's like, "Oh, I no comment. Can't talk about that." Yeah,
that's funny. It could be a Kristi Noem situation where her and her husband have an understanding.
True. Could be. Maybe.
I mean, this is the party of family values. Yeah.
I mean, anything goes in San Francisco, so okay. I don't want to get sued. That was a joke. We don't know anything about.
We're
Mr.
joking here.
Green.
It's Aunt Flo Friday. What are we doing?
That's right. That's right. I do want to show you this real quick.
Oh,
this
please.
was a response to that post from the Republican threatening the DSA member. So as you can see here, it says, we want everyone to have health care. And the other one goes, fucking hate you and hope you die.
Yeah. This is what's so crazy. Like, Mamdani is the happiest, smiliest guy. They all are. And then it just makes them seethe with anger.
Yeah. And it's like, we just want everyone to be taken care of. We want everyone to have a living wage. We want everyone to have health care. We want you to be able to take off time when you have a baby, or if your wife has a baby. We want you to be able to have sick leave so that you don't have to go into work with walking pneumonia. You know, I mean, it's like, how horrible are we?
It's really, really
monsters. We are monsters, Alex.
It is monsters. I will say, absolutely. I was watching I talk about movies, music, TV, video games. That's what I do on my channel, by the way, folks who might be like, well, who's Gina talking to?
Go and subscribe to Alex's channel, Devil's Advocate Productions.
And if you want to leave a tip, you can always leave a tip. I don't ever really advertise my Cash App because I just put it on my banner on my videos, but I do have one. But yeah, follow me on Twitter and Blue Sky and whatnot. Tune in to me on YouTube and Twitch. I just did a video today. Brian Andrews. I don't know if you've heard of country artist Brian Andrews, putting out all these great protest songs, and he finally put out this album, and I'm like, yes, perfect for July 4th.
Yeah,
a little
for
album.
anyone who doesn't know, Brian Andrews made a song called "Are We Great Yet," which is a direct burn to Trump.
Oh, it's so
and
great.
The whole MAGA movement.
So this album has that song on it. It has Not See, which was a newer one that he put on there. All these great tracks. It's short. It's 8 tracks. really six because there's an intro and an outro where he kind of talks and explains why he's making this music and the spirit he's coming from. And one of the first things he says on the album is, I want my fucking flag back. And that's why I bought this flag. I bought this flag in 2020 off of Amazon, which is the most American way to buy a flag. I bought it because I was sick and tired of seeing
Jeff Bezos.
I helped out Bezos, you know. Again, giving a billionaire some money is the most American way you can express your patriotism. But I did it because I was sick and tired of seeing all those Trump trucks, those caravans going around and the boats and just them bastardizing this and being like, this is my flag too. I love New York City and New York City is in America. So ergo, I love America. I want this country.
I have to bring something up about New York. Not to, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I don't want to lose this thought. I don't know if you saw the whole thing with Jennifer Lopez where they're doing these talks on a train. And she said recently that, you know, if somebody's not born in New York, they're not a New Yorker. They're not a real New Yorker. And she got bashed. Like, she got bashed by the left. Keith Edwards did a segment on it and was saying like, oh, see, this is why, you know, it hurts immigrants and blah, blah, blah. And I love Keith. But I have to disagree with him because she wasn't saying they weren't American. She was just saying they weren't a real New Yorker. They hadn't been born and raised in New York. And people really gave her shit, like saying, oh, this is just going to turn people against immigrants. Like, she's not even talking about immigrants. She's saying anybody. Like, you could be someone like me from California who moves to New York. I obviously am an American, was born here. But, you know, I wasn't born in New York, raised in New York. So, gotta stick up for my girl.
Yeah, you know what? I will say I get the left coming after her because, you don't want to say that in this time of Trump and xenophobia and people trying to take status away from people for sure. But also, as a New Yorker born and bred, I am a little bit like, all right, don't come to my city calling yourself a New Yorker. Even people from upstate New York, I'm like, you don't call yourself a New Yorker. You call yourself, I'm from Rochester. I'm from Albany. If you're a New Yorker, you got one of these Weird Al shirts exclusive to the New York show last year at Madison Square Garden. I love this one. It's got all the trains, like spelling out his name. I love it. But yes, Jennifer Lopez, we don't claim her really, but you know, she's been going a little loopy. I don't know if you saw her put all her money into a movie that was basically like a music video.
I did. It was pretty bad. It was pretty bad.
I watched like YouTube breakdowns of it.
There's
even an interview with Ben Affleck.
I love her, but it was bad. Yeah. Bad call there. Bad call.
Even Ben Affleck, who was like,
John, thank you so much, John, for the super chat.
Appreciate it, John.
He says he has never traded with Bezos, so good for you. I admit it. I have ordered from Amazon too much.
Yeah,
So,
I try not to. I try to order directly from stores, but like it's so much. That's the thing. I think the government should be like, thank you, Jeff Bezos, for creating Amazon. Guess what? We're taking over the entire like shipping empire that you've built. It's now the USPS. It's now the post office. You can go to the post office website. Huh?
Yeah, you said something like that last Friday.
I did.
And
Okay, good.
I was thinking about it afterwards, and because I was like, I don't know. I have to really think about how I feel about that. And I came to this conclusion. I think if you get any money from the federal government, then yes, the American people by default are investors in your country, in your company. If I or you or anybody watching goes and puts our hard-earned money, invests it into a company, we would be a stock owner. We would be an investor in that company, and we would be entitled to dividends.
Hey, let me convince you even further.
Like how much have we given to Musk?
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's our tax
SpaceX.
money.
SpaceX, that's part of NASA now. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you very
I
much,
mean,
Mr. Musk. But that's part of NASA now.
I think that should be the hard and fast rule. And if these companies really believe in capitalism, then they will do it on their own. They'll pull themselves up by their bootstraps. They'll go out and they'll find other investors, and they won't rely on our money as taxpayers. And if they do, if they want to dip into the till of our tax dollars, then yeah, we are investors, all 330 some million of us, and we deserve a dividend.
Yeah. And I think, especially when it comes to Amazon. Yeah.
Let's see how fast they take those payouts.
When it comes to Amazon and their cloud services, and the fact that like much of the internet and government structure runs off of their internet servers, I mean, that's just a conflict of interest waiting to happen. That's Bezos being able to hold our government hostage. Yeah. Hey, do what I say, or else I'm going to turn off the internet. I'm going to make the government literally inefficient by making it so you can't use the computers there. Yeah. That's just a security matter.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah. No, all of them are. I mean, when we have so much money invested into these companies and these people that we literally can't allow them to fail, or they'll take down the entire country and the entire world potentially, that is an absolute security failure and risk to the United States, as much as our reliance on big oil.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah. We have to. We need more of these elections to go our way. We need I've already heard Kamala Harris and Gavin Newsom are reaching out to Mamdani to have conversations.
Yeah,
and I think for two people who I feel are very flighty and kind of just go where the wind's blowing, they can feel where the wind's blowing, and I think let's blow them in that direction.
Here's the thing, though. I really hope that, especially with Gavin Newsom, I really hope the American people don't fall for it, because he is a typical politician. He will say whatever he needs to say to get elected, just like he did governor here in California, and then he just doesn't keep his promises.
Yeah.
So, like he said we were going to have a universal health care here in California, and then refused to sign off on the bill, just let it expire. So I really hope the American people don't fall for his shtick, because I don't believe for a second that he is going to follow through on what he's talking about. And I saw the clip that you sent me the link for, which unfortunately, guys, I can't play because it's for some reason not showing my screen. So I got to figure out why. But Gavin Newsom is now trying to say, I'm for a nationwide billionaire tax.
Right.
Here's the thing. He is refusing to sign the billionaire's tax and go along with the billionaire's tax here in California.
That's already been passed.
Yeah, we could be like the first in the nation and show the rest of the country how it's done and how great it is and how much it helps people and lifts people out of poverty and gets people off the streets, but yet he's refusing to do it here. He's literally fighting against it.
Yeah.
And yet he's now coming out and saying, I'm for a billionaire's tax. But did you know that he's not saying he's for a billionaire tax on their wealth? He's for a billionaire tax on their earnings. And let me explain to everybody why that's so crucial and why there's a distinction there. It's not just a distinction without a difference. There is a distinction. Very wealthy people, here's what they do. They will go to a bank, and because the bank knows, Elon, let's use Elon Musk as an example. Elon is freaking wealthy beyond belief. Probably the wealthiest person in the world at this point. He is now officially a trillionaire, right? At least on paper.
Yeah.
So Elon does not have to claim income. Elon uses all the loopholes that our government has afforded to all these wealthy pricks, and he writes down his wealth and writes down his income until there's nothing to tax. So he pays very little, if anything, in taxes. So when he goes to the bank, they're not loaning him money based on his income, quote unquote, because he's not showing hardly any income. They're loaning him money based on his wealth. They're loaning him money based on everything he has invested in stocks, all of his other holdings, what he has offshore, maybe potentially.
His assets. Yeah.
All of his assets, his cars, his homes, everything else. And that's what he lives off of. So he lives like a king, but yet he's not living off of quote unquote income. And that's what these wealthy people do. So,
and that's how someone like Gavin can say that he supports a national billionaires tax and still in that tax be helping them out. And of course, vetoing the tax that's already been passed in his state and is sitting on his desk right now.
Right. So, progressives and DSA members want to be able to tax them on their wealth, not their income. That way we are taxing them on all of this other crap that they've accumulated that they're not paying taxes on. So that's why when people say, oh, well, we shouldn't go after them just because they're wealthy. You're just trying to penalize the wealthy. No, they're getting away with murder. And if you look at it quite literally, because there are people dying in this country because they can't afford health insurance, they can't afford to feed themselves or their children, or, God forbid, one of their kids has cancer and they can't afford to pay for the treatment, and they can't afford the health insurance to pay for the treatment, and they have to just watch their loved one wither away and die of something that could have been prevented and cured. But yet you have all these wealthy assholes throwing themselves $50 million weddings like Jeff Bezos.
Or Taylor Swift today.
Yeah. Who pay? At least Taylor Swift is paying her taxes. At least she's giving to other people. Like, she helps other people.
How?
These right-wing billionaires. I know that she has done stuff. I know that she's given
a billionaire.
Her wealth.
She's a billionaire. Inherently, she has screwed other people over to get that much money.
I don't know.
There is no way you can make $1 billion
here's the difference.
off of pop music. No way.
Here's the difference. She makes a fortune off of her concerts.
Sure, and not $1 billion.
I don't know. Traveling all over the world, doing all these concerts, and then you get all these brand deals and everything. That's the difference to me. She's actually doing the work. Jeff Bezos is not doing the work. He maybe did in the beginning, but now he has workers who are literally pissing in bottles because they can't take a bathroom break. Taylor Swift gave out multi-million-dollar checks to everyone who worked on her concerts.
Okay, she could do that to everybody in the country.
She could.
I think we should tax her wealth too. Whatever her assets.
I think any billionaire. I think every billionaire, yes.
You should make it so that they can't be a billionaire. You shouldn't be able to become a billionaire. You don't need. You could have $900 million. What do you need with $1 billion? You could have every dollar above $900 million.
I am okay with a billionaire if they're paying their fair share. But when they're using loopholes, when they're cutting corners, when they're playing games, when they're hiding money offshore, that to me, it's like, if you are legitimately just a billionaire and you are going to pay your taxes and you're not going to pay, or you're not going to, play all these games, then, and you're going to pay your workers, we have to ensure that workers are paid a fair amount. We have to ensure that everyone has all of their needs met in this country. And, I think inherently, if you tax them legitimately, if they were paying the taxes that they actually owe, I think we wouldn't have billionaires.
Yeah. Okay. That's
I think
fair.
by nature,
I need to change.
There just wouldn't be any.
Yeah, I think you're right. And I also need to devil's advocate myself. because I don't like Taylor Swift. So, and I don't like the fact that she's closing down my city because she wants to have a wedding at Madison Square Garden.
So is it actually happening? Because
It's literally happening right now. I'm looking at the AP, and they have a live feed of like guests arriving. But I got to double check myself. My favorite show, South Park, that's poster that I have in my background. They got paid $900 million for the license to have South Park on HBO a couple years ago.
Wow.
So they might be over $1 billion in worth.
Yeah.
And I think they should be taxed too. Now, I don't think they're hiding money offshores. They might be. And you know what? That should be taxed as well. But they're also putting money back into the community. They bought a restaurant in Colorado that they loved when they were kids. And I mean, first of all, Colorado has benefited off South Park for 20 some odd years. They have towns where they're like, please come visit. We're the home of South Park. We're the home of Matt and Trey. But they bought a restaurant, Casa Bonita, and renovated it and revitalized it after COVID destroyed the industry, and is making it a tourist spot. So I think the governor of Colorado sat down and like gave them the key to the state or something like that to thank them for like, hey, encouraging tourists to Colorado, because otherwise what attraction is there to Colorado? Yeah. Not to share Colorado. We love you. You're just the socialist.
Yeah, I like Colorado. I think that if we did what we've been talking about this last hour and 20 minutes, you know, if every billionaire out there who wanted tax money for their companies, if every billionaire out there wanted to, you know, grift, get a contract with the government, if they were required to then give money out to every American as a shareholder, I think we would not have billionaires.
Yeah.
I think it would just deplete it down into the poor things. They'd be back down into the hundreds of millions.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, poor them. Oh, you can only afford one yacht this year.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I sent you a link in the private chat. I don't know if you'd be able to pull it up, but that's the live feed of guests arriving for Taylor Swift's wedding.
Let me see here.
And they really shut it down even more than they did when the Knicks were playing.
Oh wow.
That's what I mean. It's selfish. She's selfish. You're from Tennessee. Why do you want to get married in New York?
Oh, I see. Well, and the other thing too, I wonder, is because I know that she's cutting a lot of people out of her wedding.
I'm sure.
You know, like there's
She's
people.
also making people sign NDAs.
Oh, really?
Because I'm sure, like, you know, in my mind, I'm like, she's sitting down with Ivanka and Jared and deciding where they're going to own what land in Gaza when they take it over, or that Albanian island.
She hates Donald Trump so much. Like,
I think money will make a lot of people forget how much they hate somebody. I mean, Jay-Z and Beyonce were sitting at a table with Jared Kushner and Ivanka not too long ago. I think I
don't know.
When you hit that kind of stratosphere, then it's you guys versus everybody else. Then that's how they see it.
You know,
that's
I
how
just
they're
wonder,
talking about
like,
it.
were they seated there? Like, did someone else do the seating and put them there? And they're like, because I've had that happen where I'm at a wedding, I'm like, oh, shit.
To me, it's the same kind of attitude as like Barack Obama sitting next to George Bush. Was it McCain's funeral? And they're like sharing candy and laughing with each other. It's like, this guy's a war criminal. Like, Barack Obama should have arrested George Bush and put him in prison and put Cheney in prison, Rumsfeld in prison.
Never spoken out about it. Barack Obama has never said a negative word about any of them. So we kind of know what's up.
Yeah, they're all in cahoots. And I think that's why they're freaked out about this rise.
That has been like a huge thing, is that she freaking hates Trump. You know, her husband doesn't like him. Shit, my volume keeps bouncing. I don't know.
I might be talking too much. I'm sorry.
No, I don't know what it is. It's weird. It keeps it keeps
Yeah,
going
Etch says
down.
it in the chat. The wealthy have class solidarity, and it's only weird because we don't see it around us. They really do. They protect each
Yeah.
other, and they don't. I mean, even if they don't outwardly like each other, they still protect the idea of them being able to exist and therefore each other. Jay-Z's protecting Elon Musk, like Taylor
Yeah.
Swift's protecting Donald Trump. As much as they might not like them interpersonally, that's why, again, the Democrats aren't fighting because they don't inherently disagree with Trump's family making all this money. They just don't like how in the open it is. They wish it was more quiet, like Pelosi.
Yeah. Yeah.
They just hate how
true.
sloppy and brazen he is.
No, remember, it's just a paperwork error, Alex.
It's just a paperwork error. Just like Chuck Schumer said about the war in Iran. Well, if he had gone through the proper channels, then it wouldn't be a problem. It's just that he just started bombing out of nowhere. They don't inherently disagree. It's the method. It's just the Republicans are more brash and brazen, and the Democrats are more sneaky about it. And that's why they're both terrified of Democratic Socialists getting more popular and actually speaking to people's worries and concerns, because then they realize, we're actually going to either have to do something or our heads are on the chopping block.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, now they're caught between a rock and a hard place, really, because they have Democratic socialism or socialists nipping at their heels on one side, and the voters largely going, yeah, I kind of like being able to afford to go have surgery when I need it. I kind of like, being able to, not go broke from having cancer and filing for bankruptcy. I kind of like being able to have a roof over my head and not, have to deal with a fascist in the White House every other 4 years, But on the other side, you have their donors who are saying, I'm not for all of this. I'm not for taxing the wealthy. What are you talking about? I'm not going to donate to you. So they're going, okay, well, if I don't take the billionaire donor money, I'm not going to win. But if I do take it and I don't stand up for these new ideals that apparently Democratic voters are really liking, I might get wiped out there too. So
yeah. I mean, a good example is last week in New York, Brad Lander. Brad Lander won against Dan Goldman, who is the incumbent congressman who's been there for quite a while. I was inundated with Dan Goldman ads for weeks and weeks and weeks of he fights for immigrants' rights. When ICE took my family member, he stood up for me. He fought against Trump. He was one of the Democrats who fought to impeach Trump, and we're going to fight Trump and blah, blah, blah. But
all Trump.
Us here in New York, we know he's not the one fighting. Brad Lander was out there getting arrested by ICE. Brad Lander was out there helping Mamdani get elected mayor so that he could deliver. And that's what Mamdani's really doing, is really just showing here's how politicians could operate. They could deliver for you every single day. They could actually do material change for you every single day, and they're choosing not to. They're choosing to send money to Israel. They're choosing to send money to their donors. They're choosing to line their own pockets. Here's what government could be like, and everyone's going, we want Mamdani. Whatever politician is in my area who's closest to that, give me that. And that's why Lander won over Goldman, even though I only saw a Lander ad like the week before the election. He didn't have as much money as Dan Goldman to spread him out over the months leading up to it.
Yeah.
But he edged him out because people in New York know what Lander's been up to, and it's actually been fighting for the people of New York City and not just for his political career in Washington.
Yeah, and I saw a segment too on they were out talking with voters, and there was someone they spoke with who said, I can't remember if it was the candidate Daria Liza or if it was somebody else, but they spoke with a voter who said, I don't really know much about her, but I know that Mamdani is backing her, and so that's who I'm going to vote for.
Yeah.
So that's why Kamala is over talking with him.
Oh, yes.
Kingmaker. And, unfortunately, he can't run to be president because he wasn't born in our country. But I mean, it's clear if someone in that frame, maybe not a Muslim, because now we see how, the country is so, xenophobic against Muslims and Islamophobic. But yeah, we see he's he pulled from Donald Trump voters even.
Yeah.
So
yeah, he did, because he delivered, because those voters didn't necessarily love Donald Trump. They didn't necessarily love white supremacy, and they're not part of that project that Steve Bannon and Stephen Miller and JD Vance are trying to advance in this country. They were they want to change. Some do for sure. Absolutely.
The Kool-Aid cult that's sticking with him.
Yeah, but the ones who
and I
who
have
voted,
proof. I actually have a video coming up next week to prove it.
Oh, good tease for the next week. Good plug.
So I posted kind of started. I was like a little bit of Michael Jackson here. I was like starting something. So I posted about I can't remember actually what it was I posted, but something about Muslims and defending them. And I got I can't even tell you. It was like the Kool-Aid cult came out in full force. I don't even know how many comments, and they were the most racist, brutal, heinous, that like wishing them dead, saying that they're not even human, like just the most vile shit you can imagine. So yeah, I did what I do. I took screenshots of not all of them, because there were way too many, but took screenshots of a hell of a lot of them. And yeah, I'm going to be sharing them in a video next week. So, all those Muslim leaders who came out to stand up for Donald Trump, stood on stage with him and praised him, and he's going to be the savior in the Middle East. Yeah, this is what his base thinks of you.
Yeah.
He thinks that you're not even human, or they think you're not even human.
The voters I'm talking about are, yes, those are the true believers, the Kool-Aid cult. I love that term. That's a great term. Kool-Aid cult. They're never moving, but it's the people who voted for Trump who just were sick of the status quo. And
the
Trump
real
was mimicking a lot of
that's how I distinguish between the two groups. There's MAGA, there's the cult, they're the ones still walking around in the red dumb fuck finders, and then there's the America Firsters. So
the DFFs, the dumb fuck finders.
Yeah, exactly.
I love those.
That's where it came from.
That's great. But yeah, the people that were just like, hey, he's mimicking populist language, and that's speaking to me as someone. Yeah, he was talking about affordability 10 years ago in 2016, mimicking socialist popular language, and those are the people who changed to Mamdani, who were like, yeah, man. You're also speaking against the duopoly that we have in this country, the status quo, the stagnation that we've had for 40 years plus in this country of wages and wealth. And then he gets in and he's making those changes as fast as he can, and he's doing something every day. There's a new update. I absolutely love it. Today, he gave a great speech about for America's 250th birthday from George Washington's desk in City Hall, reiterating how important New York was to the Revolutionary War. It was awesome. Just using all this Americana and tying it in with this is stolen land, and slave owners use this to get rich, and the trillionaires are using this today to oppress you. Oh, it was masterful. But again, he can't run for president. I am sad. I'm also not sad, because I want him to stay mayor as long as possible in my city, and be.
Do you guys have term limits?
I don't know. I know that I think you could do at least 3, because I believe Bloomberg was there for 3. But I would also say I would love to see polling. I would love to just see polling him with the other presidential candidates, because Ted Cruz ran for president, and Ted Cruz was born in Canada.
Yeah.
So, like, I would say, fuck it, run anyway.
Yeah.
Like, just see what happens.
Well, but look
I
at
would
when,
rather him
when
stay mayor.
Cenk tried to. Cenk Uygur
Oh yeah.
tried to run, remember? And he
Yep.
took it to court and they shot him down. So I don't think it would win. But yeah, I don't know how Ted Cruz got around that. I don't remember.
It was just the fuck it mentality of like, whatever. If I win, what are you gonna do? Stop me?
Well, but yeah, but
same
how do
thing
they
with
allow
Trump on
him on the
January
ballot?
6th.
Because I don't think they would even allow Cenk Uygur on the ballot.
Oh,
If anybody knows, put it in the chat because I
We
don't
should
remember
talk to,
I don't remember the workaround.
We'll get Hank on the show. Hank from Winners and Losers. He's the one. He's making the Tell the Truth Cenk documentary about the unionization effort that he squashed.
Oh,
he knows all the ins and outs of
Oh, really?
TYT.
Ah, okay.
Could definitely get him on with you.
Okay. We should maybe take some questions. If you guys have any questions, put them in the chat.
Yes, please.
Because we'll be signing off here in the next 15 minutes. So
Gonna enjoy our 4th of July weekend, folks.
Yeah, Dean, I like Dean's comment. I owe Trump supporters an apology. They warned us that if we voted for Kamala Harris, we'd get higher gas prices and war in the Middle East. I voted for Harris, and that's exactly what we got. Very, very true.
That's pretty funny.
And Pinkerbell, talking to people in plain language goes really far. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it does. You got to keep it simple. Abdul for Michigan. Yes. Hoping that Abdul wins in Michigan. He's doing a great job.
That would be amazing. Yeah, he is doing a great job. I'm really looking forward to that. Like every election around the country, I'm staring at my phone, like I need the hopium. I need it. I need to believe that we're gonna get out of this. I'm trying to highlight who I can on my small platform. I'm glad that you're doing what you do on your platform. It's so as many voices that we can get. I mean, that's the idea behind this space. As many voices as we can get shouting into the internet somewhere. They're going to come across us. I got the vertical stream going on my channel. Hopefully somebody's swiping through YouTube. YouTube
Jen
has
says, Jen says John McCain was born in Panama in a military. Yeah, that's different because it's a U.S. military installation.
Yeah.
So while we're waiting for questions to come in, let me ask you this. Who is your favorite musical artist? I've never asked you.
Ooh, Weird Al Yankovic.
Oh, really?
Yes. I believe he is the greatest musician to have ever lived. Because he can do every genre, and he can do every genre well. That's why when people ask me what genre of music do you like, I'm like every genre because I like Weird Al. His album, you'll go from country song to rap song to rock song to folk, to electronic to dance.
I like everything too. People look at my playlists and they're like,
I mean, right now,
are you insane? Are you like
right now? I can point to I don't know if you could pop this up. I'll put this in the private chat. This is my channel.
Oh, we do have a question. So Cecilia is asking, what do you think about Joshua Turek in Iowa?
Oh, let's see.
So Turek he's a basic Democrat. He is not progressive. I think he was a good fit for Iowa because I don't know, given the framing around socialism and how Democrats, like traditional Democrats, establishment Democrats, are still kind of sort of warming up to it and like afraid of the framing and, still talking about it like it's this scary thing that they have to put down in the party. The James Carvilles of the world, James Carville, who hasn't been right since the 1990s, by the way.
He was right once, and he's been riding that win for 30 years.
I mean, he should be under the definition of failing up, like
so many. Yeah.
How you can be wrong so many times and people are like, oh, he's an expert. Let's bring on our expert.
Isn't Claire McCaskill? She's another one who like keeps losing races.
Oh yeah, and every time they have her on, I'm like, oh, thank you, Captain Obvious. I mean, she just has nothing, nothing unique. to say that
What is
nobody
your
hasn't
credentials?
already thought of in the audience. It's sad. And she seems like a nice lady, but
Sure.
God sakes, it's like, really? Like, we didn't already know that. Thank you for stating the obvious and
Sure, but if you're
just
gonna have
pointing out what everybody already knows.
someone who loses on, have Yulene New from New York on, have Kat Abou-Ghazala from Chicago on. You know, have them on more.
actual progressives. But yeah, MS Now constantly brings her on. They bring on what's his face. But yeah, getting back to Turek, like he's just your standard issue Democrat.
Yeah, I'm looking at him right now.
I don't anticipate that he will do anything spectacular if he wins.
Is he
but
running
again, for
against like
Iowa?
an incumbent Republican?
What was that?
Is he running against an incumbent Republican?
No, I'm pretty sure it's Joni Ernst's seat. Remember,
Oh.
she stepped down after she made all those stupid comments.
Joni Ernst. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'll never. I'm sorry.
Remember she made that video about how, oh, well, people die.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
And then she doubled down on it and she was like, oh my God, and she was in a cemetery. Remember, she doubled down on it, made a video from the cemetery saying like, Democrats are shocked to hear that people die, that we all die someday. And it's like, you are just a fucking ghoul. Like, you are.
She is a ghoul.
Disgusting.
That's another example of failing up. I remember in 2012 when I first started paying attention to politics, I first started watching the news. And I was so green and new that I saw them make fun of her ad when she was running. I think it was on Rachel Maddow. They were making fun of her ad where she said, I know how to cut pork from bills because I grew up on a hog farm and we castrated our hogs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I've been castrating hogs. And I was like, oh, she's this hilarious. She's not going to win. Not only did she win, she has been reelected to the point where she is still in Congress now.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to brag about castrating an animal that's smarter than a dog.
Yeah.
Yay.
Oh, please put me into Congress.
Swear to God.
Absurd.
Freaking
Absurd.
people. Oh my God.
But yeah, as for musicians right now, I mean, that Brian Andrews album actually has me in a chokehold. I can't stop listening to it.
Yeah, I'll have to go check that out.
Vince, I would actually recommend Vince Staples. He's a rapper from California. His new album, Crybaby. You would love this album cover.
Yeah.
Yeah. Vince Staples, Crybaby. Type that in. It is literally Trump as a baby crying on the cover of his album with the American flag as a diaper. And that is the mood.
Oh, too funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
That is the mood of this project. And it is
too funny.
I would call it revolutionary music, but it's still a product sold under capitalism, but it's as close as we're going to get. And it's been my soundtrack since I've made that reaction on my channel. I can't stop listening to that album.
So Dean is asking any thoughts on the Onion taking over InfoWars.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think that was great. I don't know how much, I haven't checked to see how many views they're getting, but I'm just glad to see them take the name away from him. Although, he's still making videos. He's still doing his thing. But I have to say, Alex Jones, I think he saw the writing on the wall, or maybe in his comment section, because he's like against the war. He's speaking out against Trump. He's like, being more moderate in his positions, espousing at least more viewpoints from the left. So I think he's seeing like his views were going down. Candace was going up. Alex Nick Fuentes was going up. The people who oppose the war, the America First, or the people who stuck with the America First line, Megyn Kelly, unfortunately, that
my God
thing.
Have you seen that racist clip that she put out? Where she said, "Go home."
Yeah.
Go
no,
home.
I said the other day on my show that she can go fuck herself on behalf of all of my Haitian friends.
Word.
Yeah. Yeah.
Disgusting. She's really hilarious to me because she left Fox after criticizing or pushing back during a debate, right? She was one of the Fox News moderators for a primary debate. Trump said, "You're bleeding out of your eyes. You're bleeding out of your wherever."
Yeah.
She then became a national story for a minute, then came out with her abuse allegations against Roger Ailes, that pushing him out, and then he had a heart attack. She left Fox because you're not going to stay there. Went to NBC. NBC, if you thought they were a good organization, gave her a contract for $69 million. Said you can have a morning show. You're good to go. We're embracing you. There was a Hollywood movie called, I think, Bombshell, starring Charlize Theron about her.
Yeah.
We're going to embrace you as a
About all
liberal
the women
establishment.
who were, yeah.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
Yeah.
And then she couldn't stop herself and said, "Why can't you do blackface on Halloween?" And then got fired from NBC, but they still had to pay her contract out. So she still got paid. And then she just went and started her own podcast on like Sirius XM now. And it's just like, I'm supporting Trump. Even though he's the reason my career took a giant left turn.
Yeah.
I'm back to supporting him because where else am I going to get my money from?
She's just such a gross person all the way around. I mean, I don't know if you saw this, but she was on the Sean Ryan podcast.
I'm not sure. Heard of Sean Ryan.
Yeah, he was a Trump voter, Trump supporter. He's completely turned on Trump now. He is just fully disgusted with Trump and the war and Epstein, and like he's pissed off at Trump about everything.
Oh, I know this
guy.
Navy SEAL guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he had her on his show. I want to say it was about 2 weeks ago or so, maybe a month ago. So I watched it and, wanted to see if there was anything interesting because there were a few clips floating around. And I'm listening to her and actually I'm like agreeing with a lot of things that she's saying about how there's too much corruption in our country and, our elected leaders are paid off and, she's talking about the economic conditions and people in America and just, things that leftists talk about a lot. And I was like, okay, I agree with this, I agree with that. And then he brings up, which I fully believe she's on, but he brings up GLP-1s, like Ozempic. And he's like, are you for them or you're against them? And she's like, oh no, I'm for them. I think they're good. And I'm thinking, yeah, because you obviously are taking it. Because I don't know if you saw it. And I'm not trying to be mean, but there was a picture of her on Halloween. And the thing with these GLP-1s, which I think they are a good thing. I've done a lot of research on how they reduce inflammation, especially in the brain. They really help with a lot of different metabolic functions. It's not just about suppressing your appetite, as a lot of people think. So anyway, there's just a lot of health benefits other than, appetite suppression and losing weight. Well, she goes, yeah, I'm for them because I think it's good that we don't have all these fat people walking around in America. Like, who wants to look at that?
Right.
And I was like, that's your take? Like, you could have addressed the health issues that people are not going to develop metabolic syndrome, that people aren't going to be dying of heart attacks and diabetes. They're checking now. There's some indication that it might help with cancer. There's indication that it might help with Alzheimer's. Like, you could have touched on any of that. And instead she fat shames Americans.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, this is
so fucking gross.
This is their ideology, is they don't want to see the undesirables.
Yeah.
Like, they want to lock up homeless people. They want to lock up people with drug problems, people with eating disorders. They just don't, they find them unsightly, and I shouldn't have to see them. My freedom as an American means I don't have to see people I don't like. Black people, immigrants, whatever it is, people with pink hair, women with pink hair, they don't want to see any of that. And this was, I said the link in the chat.
Scary for them.
It's scary for them.
Scared.
that they're
very
not the
scared.
dominant culture anymore. They want to convince themselves they are. They're trying to force everyone to agree that they're cool, that they're right, that everyone secretly always wanted to be like them, but just couldn't say it because of woke or because of PC culture or whatever it is. I think I looked up the picture that you were talking about where she's dressed in a trash bag.
Yeah.
I just put the link in the chat.
Here's the thing. If you're not careful and if you're not working with a doctor who knows what they're doing, you can lose weight too fast. And what it does is it catabolizes your muscle. And if you're not, you have to lift weights when you're taking it. Otherwise, you will lose muscle tone.
Yeah.
And the thing is, then when you go off of it, you gain all the weight back because the thing in our body that burns fat is muscle. You know, I always used to, when I would give talks or like I was talking to my mom one day and I was describing muscle as a Pac-Man and like fat are the dots, you know, and I'm like, when you have a lot of muscle, it's like waka, 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 and it goes through your body and it eats the fat. So to keep the fat off long term, you have to build muscle. You know, even when we're at rest, and anybody can go look all this up and, you know, I was like certified as a health coach and a nutritionist. And so I'm not just pulling this shit out of my ass, but anyway,
But Gina knows what she's talking about, folks.
Yeah. So that's the catch there, you know, and it was very clear to me, like she just looked like she was almost anorexic, like she didn't have any muscle tone. Which is, you know, you can be skinny fat. You can be, you know, you can be thin looking, but you can have a high fat content. I have a cousin that was told that. She was always, you know, I mean, she's like gorgeous, looked like a model, you know, and like 5'10", and just like walk into a room and like everybody stopped, like just a gorgeous and she was just naturally thin. But when she went to the doctor warned her, you have a very high fat content.
Oh, interesting.
So she was skinny fat. And, you know, it's as dangerous as being just, you know, overweight visibly. Right. So it does the same things and you can end up with the same health complications. So,
yeah, I'm pre-diabetic. They gave me Zepbound, you know, to lose weight. I got to go to the gym. I got to lift weights. Exactly. I can't lose muscle content and whatnot. Yeah. So yeah, it has health benefits, but again, she's just like, no, I just don't want to see undesirables. Yeah. So long as the homeless people aren't fat and they're in shape, then I don't mind seeing them on the street.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
just a lunatic. But yeah, as for InfoWars, I think the question was in reference to the fact that they launched officially on Thursday night. So Tim Heidecker is hosting. It's run by, you know, out of Chicago by Ben Collins, who just bought The Onion a couple years ago, and then they used that to, you know, sue Alex Jones on behalf of the along with the Sandy Hook families and take ownership over InfoWars. So he's still broadcasting, but without any kind of label on it. It's just the Alex Jones show.
Yeah.
I don't know how he's still allowed to do that because I don't think he's supposed to be under court order. But, you know, again, this is their philosophy.
They still go after his money. If I'm not
mistaken. Yeah, they are. He's still trying to hide it with like, oh, you know, I'm not making anything. I don't have anything, but I'm so broke.
Yeah. Yeah. I did a show. I want to say it was at least a year, maybe even 2 years ago, about how he was hiding it in his family members' names.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're scummy. They're criminals. They're scummy. Yeah. These are the monsters.
And of course he plays the victim, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, I heard a perfect term for him actually just yesterday because I went to get my hair did. So for anybody watching who thinks, oh, Gina did her hair darker. No, this is just a toner because I don't mean to brag, but I'm not a natural blonde. But if you hadn't noticed, yeah, I was born with almost jet black hair, believe it or not. But anyway, I
both got our hair done yesterday
on it because we both got our hair did yesterday. So but when they lighten my hair, it gets like really brassy and yellow too, undertones. So they have to put a toner, so it always looks dark the day after. Anyway, all of this is to say I was sitting there under the dryer, getting my blonde hair back, and I'm looking through Instagram, and I come across these little video shorts with this cat, and the cat's putting up different terms like bitchuation, which is a situation that causes you to have to act like a bitch, which I find myself in that all the time. I find myself in those situations a lot.
Really
and then there was another one that was dictum, and it was when someone acts like a dick and then they play the victim.
Oh, that's perfect. Oh, I'm going to use that.
So Alex Jones is a dictum.
Oh, Alex Jones, Jesse Waters, JD Vance. Oh, my God. Oh, who's the guy? Oh, Jonathan Greenblatt, the head of the ADL.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, all the Israeli people. They're the dictums.
Tinker Bell says, girl, same. Yeah.
And have you heard
I'm
of...
often in a bitchuation. I find
you should go on
myself
the
in
bitchuation
bitchuations
room.
a lot. What was that?
You should go on the bitchuation room. Do you know that this is a show?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. With what's her face
Francesca.
that was on TYT?
Yeah, Francesca Fiorentieri. She's great.
Yeah.
And you're both in California. I don't know how big California is. I'm like, oh, you're neighbors.
But I don't think we're that far apart.
Just knock on her door.
Yeah. Yeah. I think she's in Los Angeles, isn't she?
I think so. Are you not?
So I'm not too far. I'm not in LA, but I'm not too far from LA.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that she'd be great to have on. That'd be perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know anybody who knows her, but
reach out, folks, in the chat.
Yeah. Anybody knows her.
Yeah, we got to get, because she needs to know that cat exists.
Yeah.
And dictum is such a great word.
I know.
I love it.
I was like, oh, I know some of them. I know a lot of dictums.
But yeah, I love this.
That's Trump. I mean, Trump is the ultimate dictum.
100%.
Oh my God.
Do you have this clip of AOC being asked about running for president and JD Vance?
I was not able to take a screenshot of that, but I did watch it. Yeah. So
So AOC is asked. JD Vance just said in an interview that he thinks you are going to be the leading Democratic candidate for president in 2028. And what's your response? And she just kind of coyly smiles and walks away and says, well, I just hope that he's the candidate, thinking that he's going to be easy to run against. And that, to me, is all the confirmation I need that she is definitely running, and I couldn't be happier. I mean, I don't think there's anyone any other progressive who could run, who has the same kind of name recognition she does. You know, I would think, I have said it's too early.
I'm hoping for Ro Khanna.
I like Ro Khanna, but I don't think Ro Khanna has the charisma.
I don't know. Here's the thing, and here's why I'm kind of over AOC. I would vote for her, of course. Yeah. If she was the candidate, I would vote for her in a heartbeat. But she recently said that if she is, she didn't say if I'm still in the House. She was asked, will you vote for Hakeem Jeffries as speaker? And she said yes.
Word.
She didn't hedge. She didn't use it as leverage. She just said yes. And I'm like, seriously, I think she's too nice, to be honest. I think that she is too nice of a person.
That's fair.
And I think that the thing is, as women, we're raised so different than you men. We're raised, be nice, be polite. When you're spoken to, you respond. You can't be rude. When somebody asks you a question, you need to answer. Go kiss your uncle, even if your uncle's creepy. Right. You got to go give him a kiss, right? You got to go say hello. I mean, we're raised very different. And so for a lot of women, this was kind of not physically beaten out of me, but it was beaten out of me due to life circumstances. Very young. By the time I was 11, 12, I was like, fuck all of you, and I'm going to do it my way. And I'm not doing a goddamn thing I don't want to do anymore. I won't go into details about, the specifics. Like if everybody wants me to, I can at another time, but it was just some very severe trauma and my family not being there, standing up for me. And so actually doing the total opposite. And so my give a damn was busted very early on. But for most women, until you hit menopause, and I'm not joking, until women hit menopause, they're people pleasers for the most part. It's, I don't want anybody to be mad at me. I'll stay up all night cooking to make everybody happy for Christmas dinner. Even if I'm exhausted, even if I have to work the next day. And then it's like a switch that gets flipped and you're like, fuck this. Like, I'm not getting any more respect than I was. I'm not being treated well. I'm being shit on. I'm being taken for granted. And you just go, fuck it. Like, what are they going to do to me? What can they do to me if I don't feel like staying up all night? You know what I mean?
I mean, I totally agree with you. And I definitely have heard that. You're not the first that I've heard that from. But I think that each generation is getting, there's a shorter time span to get to fuck it than the previous generations. And I think that's good. And I think that's progress. I think there was a story that came out recently of her that she and Zohar Mamdani were a lot more in communication ahead of those endorsements that they put out last week or ahead of the election last week.
I heard that too.
Yeah,
but she still refused to endorse a lot of them.
She did.
And it's like,
That's true.
and
She
even,
endorsed the state senate and the assemblymen and the council and the city council people, while he endorsed the Congress people. So he endorsed people he's not going to have to spend day to day with Hakeem Jeffries, and she's not going to have to spend day to day with Julie Menon, who's head of the city council.
Yeah,
I think that was a smart way to cross endorse.
I don't know because I think her touring the country with Bernie, she has become the standard bearer. She has become like
I think that was deliberate.
He's passing the torch to her. It's very clear he has chosen her.
Yeah.
And that carries a lot of weight. And therefore she carries a lot of weight. And she said, I am not going to endorse against any incumbent in the House. That's bullshit. This is the moment when the Democratic Socialists, when progressives are ascendant and you aren't going to come out and endorse, like she didn't endorse Tom Steyer.
Yeah.
Even Bernie didn't endorse Tom Steyer. He could have been dragged over the finish line. We have a top 2 tier system in our state. It's a jungle primary. So he could have been in with Becerra. It could have been 2 Democrats instead of.
I think that was definitely a miss. That was definitely a miss.
I don't get her reasoning. It's like she misses the mark. And then when she was, I forget where she was when they asked her a question about Taiwan. Did you hear that when she was off somewhere? No. She was speaking at some forum.
When she was in Germany?
Maybe, yeah. It was like a couple months back. And she just was like tripping over her words, and it was just kind of word salad, and you could tell she wasn't prepared. And I don't know. I think she needs longer to cook. I think we need to leave her in the oven. let her crisp up a little bit.
You know what? I would agree with you. And I remember actually having a discussion around that time that she was in Germany. With I believe Dieter, shout out Dieter from American Wasp over on this space. We share a show on Wednesday nights. He has great essays, by the way, on his channel that are like really deconstructing the ideology of this current iteration of the Republican Party, and just the history of white supremacy and waspiness of this country. But we were going back and forth, and he said the same thing. I think she needs longer to cook. And at this point, I'm like, I agree, but I don't think there's anyone else in the wings. I don't think Ro Khanna has name recognition enough. I don't think he has charisma enough. I also think I don't know, but I think I would like to see them both run. I'd like to see them both run.
Yeah.
I'd like to have two progressive voices fighting instead of just one on that stage.
Yeah. Somebody said Jon Stewart in the comments.
Sure.
I would love that. Like,
absolutely.
Hands down, it would be my favorite. But he has said he doesn't want to run.
Yeah. I think I remember in 2020, I thought I'm not always right. I thought Andrew Yang and I thought Tulsi Gabbard were like Bernie acolytes.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought they're all great. Instead of one voice, there's three voices on the stage. I was wrong.
Although I have to say, this whole cult thing coming out with Tulsi Gabbard and her being led by a cult leader, I always thought the way she spoke was a little off-putting. I couldn't put my finger on it, but like her cadence and her rhythm, it just something about it just was weird to me, but I thought, okay, I'm going to overlook it because she's a progressive. Now she's shown her true colors.
Oh, yeah.
I just think she's an idiot. I just think that she's easily led. I think that she is incredibly naive. I mean, look at how Bashir, Bashir al-Assad, how he totally manipulated her. Oh no, I'm not gassing my own people,
Yeah, but that was also with the cult leader
Bashir
was like
al-Assad. That's what it is.
Yeah, but like the cult leader was encouraging her. Assad Bashir.
yeah. So, but now and then she was manipulated by Trump. I mean, she's very clearly just easily led, and I think that comes from being raised in a cult.
Yeah.
You are just taught like, oh, you just follow the leader and do what they say. So now it makes sense. But the way she would always speak, like very measured and very slowly, and it always was like something's weird, something's off with that. But I couldn't put my finger on it till now.
But I was bamboozled and I was taken. But now with AOC, I hear the criticisms. I hear maybe she's not as tough as people want. If I'm AOC, I'm not saying one word about Hakeem Jeffries. Yes, I will vote for him. But guess what? I don't plan on being in the House by then. And if I am in the House by then, I could change my mind.
Leave it dangling. Why wouldn't you at least use it as leverage and go like,
could have done that.
I don't know.
Maybe she just didn't want to have that as a story.
I just don't know that she has the right instincts. Like,
could be.
She could have used it to get something for the Progressive Party. She could have, I mean, I just think that she just gives away this shit for nothing. And
I mean, when is the vote for Hakeem Jeffries for Speaker?
What was that?
When is the vote for Speaker?
Well, I mean, it depends on who wins in the midterms.
So it would be like January.
Yeah.
Okay. So I could see her. Look, this is me giving her credit. I'm playing devil's advocate. It's the name of the game. I could see her absolutely just saying yes, just off the bat, because I don't want that to be a story. I don't want that to even be a question. I'm focused on all these other things.
But
if they win, and if there's
juice,
and then she can say, and guess what? I changed my mind. Maybe I won't vote for you for Speaker. Maybe someone else. Maybe Rashida Tlaib should be Speaker. Maybe Jayapal should be Speaker. And then we could see some concessions being, forcing the vote, if you will.
Yeah.
But I think, again, this is being generous, and maybe maybe I'm wrong. Maybe she's like, this is just a misstep, and you should have held out and not said anything and being quiet. She's absolutely done that. She's absolutely not said certain things when she didn't want to, and chooses when to speak to the cameras, chooses when to do interviews. That's a criticism I've been seeing from some of the further lefty people, like the Vanguard and even Hassan. Like, she's not doing interviews. She's tending to
she's
put out
Instagram
videos
out of the game. Like
a little bit.
I don't know. Like she's allowed Zoran to just step up to be like she could have been playing the role he's playing.
Yeah.
She could be
nationally
the queenmaker right now, or the queen maker, right?
Yeah.
And she's kind of allowed him to take up that mantle and run with it. And especially if she is considering running for president, why wouldn't you want to build that backing or build that, reputation that look at me, I'm the powerful one here. I go endorse people and they win. So
again, maybe the calculation
it's my
is
game to lose.
Exactly. Exactly.
So I don't know. And the thing I like about Ro Khanna is he goes into the lion's den. Like he goes on Fox all the time, and he gets a lot of them to come over to his side of his way of thinking. So
the
I don't know.
anchors,
huh?
He gets the anchors to come over to his way of thinking.
No, like he'll get the audience. Like if you look at the comment section,
okay,
and people are like, yeah, he earned a lot of respect with the whole Epstein Transparency Act as well.
Yeah.
Because he aligned himself with Massey, he aligned himself with Marjorie Taylor Greene, and I don't know that, and as much as I hate to say it, our country still, I don't know that we will elect a woman.
I mean, I think it's the same argument as will we elect a brown man again?
Yeah, but I think
maybe a brown man is easier than a woman.
Voters learned that lesson too much over with Hillary first and then Kamala. A lot of people still chalk it up to we live in a misogynistic country, and see 2 times we tried to run a woman and both times they lost to Donald Trump, the worst person on earth. And so I think the lesson that the electorate has learned now is this is a danger. We can't run a woman.
I would challenge that and say that it's maybe not the electorate that's learned that it's the media class. It's the media class that has learned that. It's like the studio system.
I don't
like
know.
I'm thinking
I
movies.
hear it in focus groups all the time.
Yeah.
Every focus group that anytime Kamala comes up or anytime they bring up putting up another woman as president, in every single focus group I hear that. Just 2 weeks ago, there was a woman, she was a swing voter, so she went for Biden in 2020, she went for Trump in 24, and she is totally pissed off about what Donald Trump is doing, disapproves of his presidency so far, and yet she said, I couldn't have voted for Kamala because, and she said, and she prefaced it, she goes, please women who are in the group, please don't give me dirty looks. Please don't get upset with me. But I just think that women are too emotional. And I'm like, oh my fucking God. Are you kidding me? Like Donald Trump is the most emotional little bitch we have ever seen in our country. Like he throws Trumper tantrums every other day. He melts down. You can never say anything negative about him. Or he has a total conniption. Like he's the most sensitive little bitch ever. What are these people? And I'm like, lady, you're talking about you. You just tattled on yourself.
She's got internalized misogyny.
A nightmare.
Because it's the internalized misogyny, patriarchy. I would also like to thank you for saying conniption fit because nobody else I know says it. That's my kind of language. But yeah, man, it's the internalized misogyny, internalized. Yeah, exactly. That's the New York in there.
Yeah,
it's the internalized misogyny, internalized.
Not a natural New Yorker, J-Lo. I'm an honorary New Yorker. My best friends are Haitian. They moved from Haiti to New York, and they lived there for many, many years before coming to California. And my best friend tells me all the time, Gina is she is not just a New Yorker, she is a Black New Yorker. She says it all the time. So I'm like, okay.
That's really funny. Well, look, anybody can be, I don't know about a Black New Yorker, but anybody can be a New Yorker if they live here long enough and again, I feel dirty even saying it. I am such a New York supremacist that I do believe that you should be born.
It doesn't
It's
mean
in
you're
your
not
blood.
an American. It does not mean you're not an American.
It does not mean you're not American, but you got to be from
But
New
yeah,
York.
but to get back to the whole emotional thing and women can't be, I'm sorry, but some of the most emotional people I know that like you throw fits and melt down and cuss people out and anger and hatred and just seething and narcissistic rage are men.
Yeah.
So it's I just don't. I think there's this big misconception that anger is not an emotion. Yeah. Anger is an emotion. Fury,
it's
rage,
the only emotion that men are allowed to express. Yeah. Men suffer under patriarchy too. We're not allowed to cry. We're not allowed to show sensitivity, empathy to each other. Anger is the only acceptable emotion for men to express.
It's almost as if people equate emotion to tears and crying.
Right.
Like they think that's the only thing that emotion means. Emotion is just emoting. That's what the word comes from. You're emoting something, right? So it can be sadness. Like, let's go back to Schoolhouse Rock, shall we? When you're happy, hooray, or sad, or angry, rats, or mad.
We need more Schoolhouse Rocks.
I forget how it goes. Drats. I forget. But anyway.
We need more Schoolhouse Rocks to be teaching the youths about it's okay to have emotions, folks. It's okay to have emotions. And you know what? I think we could split the difference here. Both of them run, AOC and Ro Khanna run for president. Whichever one gets the most votes, the other one drops out, endorses the other one. They run together on a ticket. How's that?
Yeah.
Either it's Ro Khanna and AOC as vice president, or it's AOC and Ro Khanna as vice president.
Yeah. The other
That's
thing
my
too,
dream ticket.
and there is something to this. I've heard other shows talk about how if you look back in history, shorter people never get elected.
Interesting.
Yeah, like if you look at the height of all of our presidents, the voters always go for men who are at least like 5'11" or taller. There's something about it. So I don't know. I mean,
so like lizard brain.
Yeah. But like if you look at Mexico, you have a female who is, an average height female running the country and doing it well. You have even, you have Meloni in Italy who, fellow Italian, little feisty Italian over there. I don't agree with her politics, but I love that she put Trump in his place.
Fascist light.
People seem to like her there. She's doing it. So that's something about America. It's like, no, it has to be a man and a tall man. It's like, I don't know, but maybe we just haven't had the right female yet.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's the thing. People said a black guy can't win either, and that happened too. Even though he was, a corporate shill and bailed out the banks and bombed people in Yemen and all the bad things that he did. But, I think if AOC and Ro Khanna are the worst that we have to fight against in our party, we're in good shape.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I just hope people don't fall for the Gavin Newsoms.
The Gavin Newsoms need to.
I mean, he fits the bill. He's a tall white man. That's what I'm afraid of.
He reminds me of American Psycho too much. He's really too much of a Patrick Bateman. And I'll never get the image of him lying on a Trump-like, fur rug.
Bearskin rug.
Bearskin rug with Kimberly Guilfoyle.
Kimberly Guilfoyle. I know.
Who I'm sure is pissed off seeing Dodge Jr. with that new one.
Married to that psycho.
Yeah.
The best is yet to come.
Exactly.
That's who he married, people.
I don't trust him because of that. You don't have good judgment because you married Kimberly Guilfoyle. And Kimberly doesn't have good judgment because she was trying to get with Don Jr. and now he's married to someone else.
Oh, they had her sign an NDA and they paid her off big time because otherwise she would come out and she would spill all the tea on them.
Oh,
like,
you know where she
it would be
is?
the Boston Tea Party again. It would be
That's a good call.
brutal.
That's a good call because I'm like, where did she go? She is the
Yeah,
current
they
ambassador
made
to
her
Greece.
the Greece. Yeah, they made
Yeah.
her the ambassador. They got her out of the country.
Right.
Put her in a nice warm place
Uh-huh.
with some,
That's her payoff.
handsome Greek men.
Oh, yes.
But
Filming
I
her own version of Love
guarantee-
Island.
I guarantee they pulled her aside after she found out that Don Jr. was cheating.
Uh-huh.
And they said, Kimberly, look, we know that you could go scorched earth, hell hath no fury, but
Yeah, but we
You
have
know.
more fire than you.
yeah, we've got X, Y, and Z dirt on you. It was either that or it was a combination of that and hey, we will give you X, Y, and Z.
Go enjoy Greece.
You will never have to work again. You will never want for anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
You
mean,
know
all
it.
these people need to be
You
arrested.
know it because you know she was like, I'm gonna take
Oh, yeah.
these fuckers down. You cheated on me with a younger woman.
That's so funny.
You're going down. I'm taking your whole family down. Yeah.
God, that's so funny.
Yeah. Oh, lightning strike causes evacuation of FIFA. That just popped up. on
What?
my
Really?
screen. Yeah. Yeah.
Where?
Don't. Oh, shoot. I don't know.
Let's see. FIFA evacuated.
Trump spokesperson issues dire assessment of lazy Gen Zers. Oh, well, that's a good way to win. That's a good way to win the Gen Zers over.
Yes, please keep talking about how lazy the kids are.
Yeah, please keep saying things like that. We love it.
Well, this is in Miami. Lightning strike causes evacuation of FIFA Fan Fest in Miami.
Oh, in Miami. Yeah, that tracks.
Ron DeSantis is not holding it down. You know, I just looked up Don
Well, they'll
Jr.'s
blame it
wife.
on socialism.
Yes, the socialist lightning coming to stop us. The Cuba, we got to sanction Cuba more for this lightning to stop.
Yeah.
You know, speaking of Ozempic, it looks like Don Jr.'s wife has, you know, the same kind of picture that Megyn Kelly had.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm looking at these wedding photos and I'm like, oh, girl, lose some weights. I'm sorry. I was just totally distracted.
Well, we better wrap. I got some puppies I got to feed over here.
Okay, thank you. Folks,
You're welcome.
It is on Flow Fridays every Friday, noon Pacific, 3 Eastern. Next week I might have to miss it, but I will definitely get you in touch with another This Space host, either Carlos or possibly Hank Thompson to host with you, or I might be on as well with all of you. Anyways,
okay. Somebody mentioned who was it? Not J.R. Jackson. He's on with what's his name?
John
Jackson.
Idaralo?
No. The Jackson who's on This Space.
Jackson White.
Yeah, Jackson White. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if you know him at all or if you can reach out to him. He would be
I could
good.
try. Yeah.
Yeah. And they were saying he knows John Idarola, who knows Francesca. So that might be a way to get in touch with her.
All right, we'll figure it out. Well, I just posted my link in chat, folks. Again, if you like Brian Thompson, or if you don't like Brian Thompson, if you're just interested in some patriotic music from our side of the aisle, and you're tired of Trumpers waving this flag around all weekend, trying to make it their flag, remember, this is our flag too. And go watch Zoran's speech. It's 13 minutes long. It's fucking brilliant. I'll be talking about it on Tuesday on This Space. And go subscribe to This Space, too.
Yeah, subscribe to This Space. Subscribe to Devil's Advocate Productions. Subscribe here if you're not already.
Raw News and Politics.
And check to make sure you're still subscribed. I'm still hearing from people who are just unsubscribed and they don't know how.
That's been a big problem. Pep Talks. Shout out Pep Talks from This Space has been talking about that, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Remember,
all right,
subscribe,
guys.
everybody.
Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all for commenting. Everybody in the comment section, we appreciate you so much.
Yes. Thanks for all the super chats for Gina. That was awesome.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Definitely needed with the time I had to take off. And guess what, guys? Here's an update on my eye. You might have seen me dabbing the left one, even though they did surgery on it and put the stent in, which I still have in there. It appears not to be working. So
oh, no.
Might have to go under the knife again. I might actually have to be cut open like I had on the right side. So.
Oh, no. Well,
Yeah.
prayers, thoughts and prayers, and much love
Thank
to you,
you.
Gina. And everyone have a
Thank
good 4th
you.
of July. Have some hot
Happy
dogs.
4th of July. Stay safe, stay cool out there. My
Yes.
my heat, my electricity was out for 15 hours.
Oh my God.
15 hours. Yeah. Luckily it was, overnight, but
Yeah. Stay cool, folks. It is hot out there, boy.
Yeah.
Hot out there. Thank you so much for watching,
All right.
everyone.
Thank you, Alex.
Of course. Thank you
Great
so
to
much,
hang with
Gina.
you. I enjoyed it. Thank you all so
Always.
much for watching and listening. Take care, guys. Have fun this weekend.
Bye-bye.